Junior Blast Club in the house. Folks, we'd also like to remind you that the Blast will be auctioning off their jerseys from today's game. All proceeds will benefit the American Cancer Society. So get up to the stage area, put your bids in during today's game. You can go home with one of those pretty cool Baltimore Blast jerseys that the team will be wearing this afternoon. Once again, fans, the American Cancer Society's Cancer Survivor Day is here at the Royal Farms Arena. Now, don't forget, when you came into the arena today, you were handed a white card. If you did not receive a card or if you need markers to fill that card out, please visit the ACS table located at the stage. These cards will be used for our special halftime ceremony. Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Ready? From the Royal Farms Arena in downtown Baltimore, Blast Soccer is on the air. Tonight it's the Syracuse Silver Knights taking on the Baltimore Blast. And hi again, everybody. Gary Stein with you. My broadcast partner is Paul Midmeyer. We'll hear from Andrew Primrose in a moment. And the Blast are in the playoffs by virtue of their 8-4 win over Syracuse on Friday night. But Paul, a win tonight makes them Eastern Division champions.
You're going for the division tonight. Then you see the Syracuse Silver Knights being announced. There's Antonio Mifflin. He was all over the place on Friday night. Maybe the best player for Syracuse. But you know what, Gary? The Blast are the ones that may have played their best game overall of the season in that 8-4 victory. The score doesn't indicate a blowout, but it was a blowout. The Blast controlled play from the beginning. They had an amazing amount of scoring opportunities, and they finished enough of them to get a convincing win. And we'll see what happens here at the arena this afternoon.
Meanwhile, a loss for Syracuse this afternoon, and the Silver Knights are eliminated from playoff contention. For more on that, let's go inside the box with Andrew Primrose.
Well, I believe it was a newspaper article that said the reports of my demise have been greatly exaggerated, and unfortunately, we did that to the Syracuse Silver Knights on Friday. There is still a scenario in which the Syracuse Silver Knights advance. It's a little complicated, so stick with me. The Syracuse Silver Knights need to win today and then the rest of their games throughout the season. Florida and Harrisburg both need to go 1-2 the rest of the way. So they can't go 2-1, 1-2. They both need to go 1-2. That would create a three-way tie in which case Syracuse would have the opportunity to then overtake those other two teams on goal differential. Right now they have a 7-goal lead on Florida in goal differential. Harrisburg 38 points below them. So it's a stretch that Harrisburg would move forward in that. But right now a 7-goal lead for Syracuse over top of Florida in the goal differential. So Syracuse still alive pending the outcome of tonight's game. As you said, for the Blast, it's pretty simple. They win 10th straight Eastern Division championship. Their focus then goes on to the playoffs and then possibly winning that first series and eventually going on to face the Central Division winners and then the Western Conference winners in the championship series if they're advancing that far again.
Yeah, we've got the playoff scenarios in the other divisions as well. We'll get to that during the game. But Paul,
So wait. So if Syracuse loses tonight, they're out.
Yes. That's yeah.
Are you sure?
Paul.
Positive.
Wake up, Paul. Paul.
You're positive.
Stay-
They're out. If
Paul,
they lose,
stay with
they're
us,
out.
Paul.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I'm good. Okay, now I got it.
Paul, let's get back to the game Friday night, 8-4. As usual, and we joke, we have to give Tony Donatelli the player of the game again, right?
Yeah.
3 goals, 2
It's
assists.
3-2, right? Yeah.
But the big story, though, was Elton, and you or Andrew, or both of you said it. It was like a coming out party for Elton on both ends of the floor on Friday night.
No doubt. I mean, we've talked about, him being a young player and playing really good D against some of the best players in this league. But offensively, on Friday night, the 2 goals, the first goal in particular, a 2-1 game. The Blast had multiple chances. They just couldn't finish. Elton comes down, wins the ball in the midfield, comes down, pivots, strikes one right between went 5-hole on the keeper and scores to give the Blast a 3-1 lead. That was huge, and then he scores the first goal in the third quarter as well on a nice run into the offensive zone and just a nice toe poke from the top of the box. Just a great job by Elton offensively and defensively on Friday night.
Met both of them in the back area as we were walking in today, and I joked with them, and I pulled Tony aside. I said, look, man, there's no way I'm picking you again. It's just too many times. We don't have anything to talk about. And he said, no, Elton deserved it. And I agree, Paul. He had definitely his coming out party last Friday.
And I believe Elton had an assist in the game Friday night too, correct?
Yep, 2-1. Elton had a couple of blocks, too. Donatelli, 3-2 for the game. Vinny Dantas got back on track with a couple of big goals in that game as well. Blast taking care of Syracuse 8-4 on Friday night, looking for the sweep this afternoon against the Silver Knights here at the Royal Farms Arena. A lot to talk about, including playoff scenarios in all 4 divisions, but the big news this afternoon, the Blast can clinch the division with a win. Syracuse would be eliminated with a loss. Should Syracuse win theirs?
Another save! Chance now! Where's the goal in Williams? There it is. He scores! Baltimore wins the game! Williams makes the play!
3-0 Missouri.
you not? How you like me now? I say, boom, here comes the boom, ready or not. Here comes the voice from the south. Boom, here comes the boom, ready or not. How you like me now?
Are you ready for Baltimore Blast Soccer? It's time to meet your 2017 Baltimore Blast. Starting in goal this afternoon, number 0, William Van Sella. Forward, number 4, Andrew Hoxie. Forward, number 8, Lucas Roque. Starting on defense, number 9, Healy. Starting in midfield, your Blast captain, number 11, Tony Donatelli. Defender, number 12, Adriano Dos Santos. Defender, number 13, Jeremy Rayleigh. Defender, number 17, Jamie Thomas. Midfielder, number 18, Travis Pittman. Starting it forward, number 22, Juwan Pereira. Midfielder, number 23, Jonathan Mello. Forward, number 25, Daniel Peruzzi. Starting on defense, number 26, Elton D. Oliveira. Starting it forward, number 28, Vinny Dantas. And starting on defense, number 78, Nelson Santana. And now your Blast coaches, the assistant coach of your Baltimore Blast, David Basco. And the head coach of your Baltimore Blast, Danny Kelly. There they are, Blast fans, your 2017 Baltimore Blast. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to please rise. At this time, we ask you to please observe a moment of silence for George Wills Sr., who passed away on Tuesday. George is the father of Blast Fan Club President Kathy Reynolds. Thank you. Now, the singing of America the Beautiful, performed this afternoon by the Girl Scouts of Central Maryland Chorus. And now the singing of God Bless America, performed this afternoon by the Joppa View Elementary School. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please remain standing. And gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem, performed this afternoon by the Jaguar Signers from Jacobsville Elementary School. How about a nice round of applause for all three of our groups, the Girl Scouts, the Central Maryland Chorus, the Joppa View Elementary School Singers, and the Jaguar Singers from Jacobsville Elementary School. Thank you.
Arena in downtown Baltimore, the Blast and the Syracuse Silver Knights just moments away from playing a matinee here on Sunday. Big game for the Blast. They clinched the division with a win. Syracuse stays alive with the win, but is eliminated with a loss. You can see on the field off to the left, the Blast getting in their pregame warm-up, wearing specially designed pink and blue uniforms, pink and purple actually. For more on that and what's going on at the arena this afternoon, let's go down to Andrew Primrose.
Well, they are purple and pink jerseys tonight, and it's Cancer Survivor Night here at the arena, sponsored by the American Cancer Society. Society having cancer survivors here along with the Blast. Tickets for cancer survivors free of charge to tonight's game. Discounted rate, and the money sold from those raised from the sale of those tickets will go back to the American Cancer Society. We're going to see a real special opening kickoff with some kids that are currently fighting cancer, along with some of the real men of Baltimore. These are gentlemen that help to fundraise to support cancer research and programs and services. And actually, between the two of the guys that we'll see, raised almost over $19,000 towards the fight against breast cancer through the American Cancer Society's Real Men fight against breast cancer. So it's just a wonderful evening here. We'll see a fantastic halftime ceremony. We invite everybody to stick around for the halftime ceremony. We'll do that. We're also going to hear later from a cancer survivor, young man who's fighting right now his battle. We'll hear from him later in the broadcast. So really just an exciting night, a special night here at Royal Farms Arena for the fight against cancer.
Well, we saw the starting lineups a moment ago. Elton and Healy in the back line, and then Donatelli, Pereira, and Dantas up front. That was the starting five on Friday night against Syracuse, and they gave and as you said earlier, they gave Syracuse, I mean, they just really dominated it from opening kickoff, and their goalkeeper, Brian O'Quinn, was really besieged all night long.
Yes, he was. A couple changes, though, Gary, in the lineup. Not the starting lineup, but the lineup itself. No Josh Hughes tonight. No Gaetan Caltabiano. Instead, we will see Travis Pittman, who may be back in the lineup, and also Daniel Peruzzi, who will be back in the lineup. And I talked to Coach Healy, or Coach Danny Kelly, before the game, and Danny talked about how well those two, Pittman and Peruzzi, have been performing in training, and he was anxious to get him out on the field again and see what they can do tonight against Syracuse.
They bench Hughes, at least for the game. They make him inactive. He had been playing well for the Blast of late as well.
He said, Danny flat out said it was nothing that Hughes or Caltabiano had done to, for him to make the changes. It was more about what Peruzzi and Pittman had done, and that it's great as a coach. It's a great problem to have when you've got 4 or 5 guys battling for those last 2 available spots to play on a regular basis.
The irony is that among those 4 players that you just mentioned, 3 out of the 4, the lone exception being Caltabiano, are in their first year here with the Blast. Caltabiano in his second, but it proves the point, or it talks to the point that you've got your core players like we talked the other night, and then you get the contributions from the outside. These young players that the Blast are banking on to produce for them, that are cultivating them, they are producing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can't ask for much more than that. We've always seen that, the ability for the Blast to put together a roster that has veteran guys in the nucleus, and then those young guys that you can bring up and teach the game as they go.
Andrew, Friday night we saw Syracuse kind of try to battle back. It was 5-2 or 7-2 actually. They came back with a power play goal, and really the one big threat that the Silver Knights have, Slavica Ubi-Peripovic, had 3 goals, including a penalty kick goal and an assist. They scored a power play goal, actually 2 if you include the penalty kick, and that's how they kind of stayed in the game on Friday night.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ubi Peripovic, just a fantastic shot there in the first goal. Just a brutal curving shot against him that was just absolutely impossible to stop. And he played real hard. Just an absolute wonderful individual effort from him. But Syracuse is going to need a lot more than that tonight to keep the playoff hopes alive.
Well, it's interesting you say that. I was looking at the numbers. Bernardo Forbes, who's one of the best two-way forwards in the league, he pressures in the back, and then he moves up front, obviously. It's a prolific goal scorer. He's got over 80 goals in 100 career games. But against the Blast over time, they've done a really good job defending him. He's got 1 goal in 2 games this year, but in 13 games against the Blast, he only has 4 goals in his career.
Oh, the ability, we talk about it a lot. Forbes is obviously one of the fastest players in the league, so he uses his speed to his advantage to gain advantage, and Blast do such a good job being behind the ball and not giving up those kind of opportunities. You kind of take you take away that part of his game, and we talked about that before, Gary. If you come and take on the Blast with one option, you're probably going to be able to take that option away with what they're able to do defensively.
Brian O'Quinn in goal for Syracuse, took the loss last night. William Vanzella in goal for the Blast, 68-19 in his career, 11-5 this year, leads the league in goals Knights are in their orange uniforms with the black sleeves and the black shorts. Blast, of course, in the purple and pink tonight in honor of Cancer Survivor Night here at the arena. Just underway. Blast will have their first possession, intended for Vinny Dantas in the corner. Schindler running right with him, and O'Quinn comes out to the corner and makes the stop. That's a nice ball to the corner here for Forbes. He puts one towards the net.
That's his game right there. You know, the ability to get out and run, and gets the first chance of the game right there down the left wing.
A great goalkeeper distribution there to set it up.
That was indeed. Hey, that was better than anything he had on Friday night. They keep it alive here with Ubi Parapovic. He had the 4 points last night. Now he comes off.
I think that was the other storyline from Friday night was that Brian O'Quinn did not play the best game we've ever seen him play. He really struggled in that loss.
Well, frankly, he was called for one handball and could have easily picked up 2 other ones. Not to attack our friends, the officials, but probably should have been called for 2 other ones as well. So definitely, a goal, direct result of his handball, and another 2 that could have easily happened.
Blast with their second possession here. William Vanzella also wearing a pink jersey tonight. Travis Pittman out for his first shift. Haven't seen him in a few games. He's active this afternoon. Nice ball for Mello, and Mello converts from DeSantos. And just a minute 37 into the game, the Blast have taken the lead.
That's a nice job by Dos Santos. Dos Santos does all the work and makes a nice feed from Mello, who finishes. But again, we saw this on Friday night with Syracuse, not being able to mark players in their own end. And that became the issue right there, as Mello was unmarked after Dos Santos made the move to the middle. There you see it. 2 guys on Dos Santos. Nobody takes Mello there on the far post. And Mello easily beats O'Quinn.
How about Mello not needing 4 or 5 chances that the Blast needed on Friday to tap home their first empty netter? Mello with the finish, which, yes, looked easy, but after we saw on Friday, not the easiest thing to do for the Blast.
Mello now in double digits with goals. He's got 10 for the year. That is a career high season, or I should say season high for him personally. 25 for the career. DeSantos gets the assist. That's his 6th of the season. His 10th point. Time to go 137. The Blast lead it 1-0.
Interesting moment there. His play almost completely came to a stop. An obvious handball. I guess the officials just decided to play on there as the Blast gained advantage off the handball, but clearly a ball batted by Syracuse with their hand.
That ball cross field had some pace on it. Yelovak was able to control with the chest. The captain puts one towards goal, and Vanzella makes the save on the ground. 2:20 into the first, and the Blast lead at 1-0.
Look at this.
No chance here for the Blast. Donatelli just wide off the boards.
And that was Elton that was coming through on that run. They just couldn't quite get a foot on it in the box.
Here's the counter now. Manfoot to Ubi Parapovic. They had to slow it down.
I'll tell you a little part of the game that time. As the ball went in for Vanzella, Roque went full sprint to the bench, which allowed the Blast to get new people on and really set the timing up of that play. If Roque doesn't go full sprint to the bench, they don't have anything. And that's one of those little things that guys need to do at the end of their shifts is get off the field quickly. And he did that, and that led to that opportunity.
You couldn't be more right, Paul.
Yeah, that's a great point. McNabb here is pressured by Hoxie, and then Hoxie slides into the goalkeeper, O'Quinn. That's a foul, and it'll be a free kick for Syracuse.
The other end of that, too, was William Vanzella, again, doing what he does better than any goalkeeper in the MASL, which is several things. But the one thing that he does so well is play the ball with his feet, recognize the pressure, and the 2 Syracuse defenders, or attacker men that were on the defensive end, went up there and they played their man and let William just dribble straight up the middle of the field and make the distribution. He had to get across the yellow line before he was able to make that pass, did so, and then set up Donatelli with a beautiful feed.
Ubi Parapovic did well there to keep it alive for Syracuse. Here's Moises Gonzalez, and that one bounced off a Blast defender and the post, and then off a Blast player and back to the keeper, Vanzella.
And Peduzzi got the block there on that defensive play, got beat, was able to get it just enough of a piece of it. I thought it was going to go in and it carried just to the post.
That's a tough break for Syracuse. That ball should have been in the back of the net.
Now Forbes in the midfield. Gives it off to their captain, Bo Yelovak. Up ahead at the yellow line, it's broken up by the Blast. Here comes the counter now for Baltimore. Pereira up ahead for Dantas. The return behind Pereira. Now Moises Gonzalez has a moment with it.
A risky play there. He let the ball play through, but lucky that nobody was in the box area for the blast.
Nice footwork by William on that pass from Healy.
Yeah, you really have to touch your goaltender, trust your goaltender to put a ball like
absolutely. Pittman with a drive. O'Quinn with a great save as he cut the angle off about 12 feet outside the goal.
Nice play. Great job of cutting that angle down and making that save.
Blast Soccer brought to you by Advanced Radiology, proud to be the official medical imaging provider of the Blast. When you need fast, accurate results, trust the team of experts at Advanced Radiology. Visit advancedradiology.com for a location near you. There's Patrick Thompson now for Syracuse.
Already big minutes for Pittman. We talked about him having a couple games where he's been down, focusing on practice, and I guess Coach Danny Kelly wants to see all that work in practice, what it's going to look like in a game situation, as the Blast are quickly running out of games where it's not a complete impact on their season if they lose.
They win tonight. They got a chance for a couple games to, get some guys some time,
They'll be on the road next weekend at Syracuse. That'll be the third straight game they play against the Silver Knights, and then at St. Louis. And then 2 weeks from tonight, they end up here at the arena on the 5th of March, the season finale against the Harrisburg Heat. And guys, that game could still be meaningful for the Heat.
That's not going to be a big game for the Blast, but I guarantee you it's probably going to be a big game for the Heat unless they can sweep that series with Florida.
And that series is next weekend, both games in Harrisburg.
Oh, and of course, that's the only team in the division that has a chance at a season series with the Blast. Right now, sits at 2-1. They would have a chance to split that season series with the Blast. So obviously, if they are, whether it has an impact on the standings or not, and their playoff berth, even if they're clinched, they're still going to want the psychological edge of the Blast, knowing that they have to reckon with the Harrisburg Heat team that's improved dramatically during the course of the season.
Blast have swept the Tropics. They shut out the Tropics earlier this year. Blast have not lost yet to the Silver Knights, of course, playing here tonight. 1-0 is the score. Blast leading about halfway through the first period. Manfoot will collect the ball at the yellow line for Syracuse. In the corner for Yellowbach, off the boards, no one there. Forbes will try to run it down. The defense is there as well.
Elton, again, just a great play. Used those long legs to reach around the player that was in front of him and kick the ball away from him. Didn't have position at all, but used his athleticism to win the ball.
Schindler looks up ahead towards midfield. Here's Thompson dumping it into the corner. And now miscommunication as Domenico Vital was trying to move one into the corner. William now gives that one up at the turn. Pereira is bounced to the turf. Blast fans, Henderson Webb is the official apartment provider of the Blast. If you need an apartment, Henderson Webb offers studio, 1, 2, and 3-bedroom apartments in and around Baltimore. To take a tour of our brand new open floor plans, call us at 410-628-1002 or visit us online at aptrent.com. That's aptrent.com.
Bad luck there for the Blast as Dos Santos had Donatelli streaking off exactly what Paul talked about earlier. The quick change for the Blast, and Dos Santos' pass just a little short.
Nice ball for Hoxie, but he just couldn't collect it in time. Had a couple of defenders to tangle with.
There's a guy we can talk about, Andrew Hoxie, who's really elevated his game the last couple. Big game against Milwaukee. Remember, he had that huge steal and goal against the Wave, Andrew. And then last time out against Syracuse, he was all over the place, setting up chances for the Blast against the Silver Knights.
There's a shot on the goal, a defensive breakdown for the Blast, and Kennardo Forbes converts. I believe that's Forbes.
That's not Forbes.
Who is it?
It's JJ.
Yeah.
Gibson. Gibson. It's a former Blast player. Let's take a look.
It was JJ when he was with the Blast. Sorry.
Nice chip. Nice chip there.
Well, when you leave a guy unmarked inside the box like that, that's what's going to happen. It's pretty hard to make a save from that close when a guy gets a ball without a body on him.
Time of the goal, 8:04. And Manfoot gets the assist. So for Giorgio Gibson, it's his 7th goal, 12 points. From Manfoot, 7th assist, 24 points. We're tied at 1, 8 minutes in, and a timeout on the floor. And we'll tell you about THP Bagels and Deli, voted Baltimore's best bagels for 6 years in a row. Towson, Timonium, Canton, and their newest location in Charles Village. Online, of course, at eatthb.com. By Mr. Tire, they care about you and your vehicle and will beat any competitor's total price by 5%. Visit MrTire.com today. Last Soccer also brought to you by Fremont Mortgage. If you're looking to refinance.
To the program as well. So the MASL definitely got involved big time in supporting the American Cancer Society.
Good stuff, Andrew. Thank you. Vanzella under some duress. Patrick Thompson now forcing potentially a turnover here as Ubi Parapovic chips it into the corner. And now back to the yellow line, and the Silver Knights will try to take over. Nice poke, though, by Mello to keep it alive.
The first blast goal, Syracuse has really responded here and really taken the play here to the blast last couple minutes.
That's well meant by Manfoot, and Vanzella had to go to the turf and steer it aside. Good two-man game in the corner here with Vitale and Thompson. Now McNabb on the back line for Syracuse, 5:46 left to play in the first.
Healy got a foot on that, but just not enough to hold it in the zone.
Now, here's Jeremy Rayleigh on the defensive end. Now, Ubi Parapovic. Manfoot, the give and go, and on the backside, it was Forbes. A lot of action inside the blast box.
Finally call a foul. I thought Rayleigh had gotten fouled the first time in that corner. They didn't make a call, and that time they did.
Well, either way, for Syracuse, that's clearly their longest possession and best chances of the past two games. Best offensive possession they've had, even though they didn't finish.
With the win on Friday night against Syracuse, the Blast owned the series, all-time 20 wins to 4 losses, 20-4. But, of course, as we documented, these games have been more often than not close. Here's Roque now with a drive. That one is wide.
That ball came off the outside of his foot. If he's able to get his foot around it and turn on it, he scores a goal there. It just stayed off the outside. He was trying to get there.
Kick in Syracuse, far boards. Forbes. Blast Soccer brought to you by B-Dubs. Looking for great lunch special? Go to Buffalo Wild Wings for their fast break lunch special starting at just $6.79. Only at your local B-Dubs. Wings, beer, sports, you have to be here. Also by Rosedale Roofing. For over 50 years, Rosedale Roofing has proudly served the Baltimore region, making a big impact in our community. Honesty and service is what you can expect every time from Rosedale Roofing. Visit us online at rosedaleroofing.com today. A lot of activity inside the Blast box. Syracuse pressuring, forcing a turnover here if Thompson can collect it. Blasto buzzing around in the midfield. They've got the numbers, and they take it away.
Well, I'm going to come back to Paul's earlier point about hustling and getting on and off the field on substitutions. And there you saw Peduzzi hold up the offense. The Blast have a chance here. He held up the offense by his inability to get over and get a substitute on there. So when Vanzella's ball came down to the offensive end, there wasn't a player that had received it because Peduzzi was still going towards the bench.
It's a nice settle by Jamie Thomas a moment ago, getting it to Donatelli here on the near side. Here comes Thomas now with the left, and messing that up for the Blast. Oh, look at this! Thomas keeps it alive, finds Hoxie, and the Blast have answered.
Just again, all the effort from Thomas that time. Hoxie the beneficiary inside as he's able to finish, I believe, with the right foot there, and give the Blast a 2-1 lead.
Well, it's a real nice play by Thomas going up against Yellowbach to win possession after he got the run down there. Yellowbach recovered defensively, came across, and then Thomas fought through the challenge by the much, much bigger Yellowbach to fight through and get the ball to Andrew Hoxie. And Andrew, you saw those long, long legs reach up there and knock the ball back in the net.
Hoxie from Thomas. That's his 12th. Thomas for the assist. That is number 3 on the season. Time to go 11:27. There you have it.
Hoxie got that big right foot up there and knocked that home.
2-1 Blast lead. See how Syracuse responds. That's a bullet from Vitale.
Right on cue, we saw how they respond.
Now Syracuse looks like the Blast on Friday night. They can't finish anything.
Yep, it happens.
Blast so far, 2 out of the 4 good chances they've had have found the net, which is a heck of a lot better percentage than they were shooting on Friday.
2-man game in the corner. Blast are bottling that up with 3 defenders on that side of the floor. O'Quinn now. Blast Soccer brought to you by Centric Business Systems, the Mid-Atlantic's leader in document management technology. Visit them at www.centricbiz.com. Also by Pressbox, Maryland's leading sports media company for all your local sports news. Check out PressBoxOnline.com today. McNabb at midfield. We'll leave it back for Schindler. Bit of a pressure from Pereira. Schindler had a goal last night for Syracuse. Here's Ubi. And that one just wide. Back post Manfoot had kind of drifted in towards the middle of the box.
Obi did a nice job setting up his left foot there. Let the ball do the work and got a good shot off.
Ubi again, and this time William had to make the play.
Well, Pittman, again, we talked about the guys that are getting their shots right now. Pittman's struggling in his opportunity as he gave up possession there weakly, unchallenged, unforced turnover if it was tennis. Just a bad look, and William make the save to keep the Blast from.
There's a look at the Syracuse bench, coached by Ryan Hall, assisted by Tommy Tanner. Nice block here by Mello. The run by Pittman.
Well, there's Manfoot, though.
Not many guys are going to outrun Manfoot in a one-on-one.
Manfoot, who did he beat last night? Was it Hoxie? He just overtook him at midfield. He was on gallop. Oh, William with a huge save and parries it over the glass.
Yelling at his guys. Again, they allow Ubi Parapovic to shoot with his left. The idea is to overplay him left and make him go right. And so far, the Blast have not done that here in the first quarter.
We saw what he can do with his left.
Actually, you know what? We didn't see it. It was like a blur.
Yeah.
Last night, a rocket from the yellow line, which basically curved inside the upper 90, left to left.
Oh, nice ball.
Nice play.
And a goal. Great strike. We're tied at 2.
That was Forbes.
Thank you.
And that was Ubi Parapovic with a beautiful assist there. Set it up perfectly on the foot there. That's about as nice a pass as you can make on a restart.
Time to go 13-21. Forbes scores his second of the season against the Blast in 3 games. And Ubi on the scoreboard again. Ubi now with 18 assists. Forbes on the year, that is goal 15, .31. And those 2 players lead Syracuse in points. Another chance for the Blast inside the box.
The challenge for Syracuse is to build some momentum because every time they've scored a goal in this series, the Blast have answered. Here's a good chance.
And a goal. And Syracuse has taken the lead on the counterattack.
Wow.
And I believe that was Tavernisi with the goal. The Blast just didn't get back after a lot of action inside O'Quinn's box.
We got a stunned Baltimore bench and a stunned crowd here at the Royal Farms Arena, as this is a much different Syracuse team than we saw on Friday.
Time to go 13:44. Tavernisi with his 23rd goal, 28th point. And the assist going to Yellowbach, the captain, that's his 6th. Time to go 13:44. Syracuse with their first lead at 3-2. I don't have this statistic handy, but I would venture to say that you can count on one hand the times that the Blast have allowed 3 goals in a single quarter this year.
Well, averaging 3.24 goals against, Williams averaging 3.24, 3.3 across the season all year for the Blast team. So, yeah, I would agree with you. Probably statistically it hasn't happened.
I mean, maybe the Milwaukee game up there when
Certainly not at home. That's for sure.
certainly not at home. And maybe the Cedar Rapids game. I don't even think so. I think the final was 5-2, and they were well spread out. Oxy inside for Mello. Tripped up, no call. Tripped up by Schindler. Ball is still alive for the Blast. Oxy had a couple of chances.
Blast going for the Subway golden goal. Last score goal in the last.
William going to try it from 3 seconds. Oh! Just wide at the buzzer. Boy, that would have been something.
Subway for everybody. And a nice goal, but Subway mostly.
15 minutes in the books, and the Syracuse Silver Knights have come back from 2 one-goal deficits to take a 3-2 lead after one. We'll take a timeout.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep workers safe from accidents and injuries. We are Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company, formerly IWIS. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our mission and passion for nearly 100 years, and will be for 100 more. We help protect Maryland workers because
At the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
connect with your local agent or visit us online.
What's in a name? If you're looking for tires, Mr. Sushi won't help. The only name to trust is Mr. Tire. Because at Mr. Tire, everything is included for one low price. Save on an oil change, too. Get to Mr. Tire today.
First quarter, Syracuse 10 and the Blast 4. Once again, shots on goal. In this afternoon's first quarter, Syracuse 10 and the Blast 4. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blast would like to wish a very happy birthday to the following fans. A happy 10th birthday to Faith Orsini. A happy 10th birthday to Connor Bateman. A happy 12th birthday to Charlize Herbert. A happy 8th birthday to Joshua Rutherford. And a very special happy birthday to cheerleader Amanda H. Happy birthday from your Baltimore Blast. We hope all of you enjoy today's game. And a very special welcome all the way here from Dallas, Texas. We'd like to welcome the Fuster family. Welcome, Fuster family.
About to get underway here at the Royal Farms Arena. Blast and the Syracuse Silver Knights. Blast trailing at 3-2 after 15 minutes. Blast got on the board Mello from DeSantos at 1:37. Syracuse tied at 8:04. Gibson from Manfoot. Hoxie from Thomas at 11:27 made it 2-1 Blast. But then Syracuse with 2 goals in the final 2 minutes. Forbes from Ubi at 13:21 inside the box, and then Tavernisi on the counter from Yellowbach. And that was at the 13:44 mark, and Paul Syracuse has had an answer for the Blast in the first quarter.
Well, that restart goal was big for Kenoto Forbes. Kind of got Syracuse re-energized, and then right off of that goal kick 23 seconds later, the Blast came down, had a chance, and Equipment a nice save, and then on the counterattack, like you mentioned, Tavernisi finishes. Just like that, in 23 seconds, Syracuse gets 2 goals and the lead.
Blast Talk brought to you by Lido Pizza Square, because Lido Pizza never cuts corners. When the Blast win tonight, Lido Pizza will give you a free topping tomorrow. Just bring in your game ticket to any Lido Pizza in the Baltimore area.
Paul, you talked about it with the second goal that Syracuse scored and keeping the momentum and now allowing the Blast to do what they did all game Friday. And they did even one better. They not only maintained the momentum, they scored another goal. So definitely a challenge for the Blast as this kind of uncharted territories. We're really having trouble with the ball down that end of the field. And it's over.
Just got to, hey guys, just got to, you know what? I love technology, okay? Just got a text message from Carl Delmont, the owner of the Harrisburg Heat, on our conversation about Blast not giving up 3 goals in a quarter or how often. As Donatelli dismisses. He writes in and says Heat scored 4 in the fourth quarter against the Blast.
In the fourth quarter. Okay.
Well, that's a quarter.
Yep.
And
Yeah, well, that's a quarter.
Yep.
Thanks, Carl.
Pat Healy's down.
Carl Delmont, one of the great guys.
We mentioned what's going on as Pat Healy down on the field. We mentioned what's going on up in Harrisburg and the renaissance they're seeing. What did you say, Gary? 3 games in the last 3 years they had won before?
Yeah, they were 3-37 basically.
And then 8-8 this year, going into the game on Saturday at Kansas City, and that game was close to the first quarter. Brutal second quarter for Harrisburg, but they're in great shape and a chance to move into the playoffs. We see Pat Healy limp off, grimacing, but moving under his own power, which is a good sign.
2-time Defender of the Year, 4-time All-Star, 3-time champion. Of course, retired at the end of last year, came back mid-season after January 1, or right around January 1, and has rejoined the Blast lineup along with Lucas Roque. There's a bullet right out in front by Dantas, parried over the goal by O'Quinn.
And just to finish on Harrisburg, we talked about them and the great season they're having. Florida mimicking that season, an expansion year, new team down there. Those 2 teams, Paul mentioned it at the last broadcast, can have a chance to play back-to-back games with the playoffs on the line. Great opportunity for those 2 teams. This almost becomes a first-round playoff series.
Dantas again, this time denied by Vitale on a sliding tackle. Yelovak double-teamed along the boards. Pittman and DeSantos.
DeSantos just physically eliminated him from the play as the ball came down the boards there. And Syracuse, nice job. A lot of times we saw this a lot Friday night. Those 50-50 balls, you battle. All of a sudden the Blast will come out with possession. Well, so far today it's been the other way around. Syracuse has won the possession time.
Blast Soccer brought to you by Care First. Blue Cross Blue Shield, committed to the health of our community. Nice play by William. And especially the health of our children. That's why Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to sponsor these saves for kids with the Baltimore Blast. For every save made by a Blast goalkeeper this season, Blue Cross Blue Shield will donate $20 to the Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Chesapeake. The goal is to reach $20,000 by the end of the season. Thank you to Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield for the Saves for Kids program.
Well, one thing that the Syracuse overnight's pressure has possession has helped them is they've been able to get a lot of pressure on the Blast in the defensive zone, and that's helping them keep possession as well.
Nice ball off the boards by the Blast, and a good block inside the box, denying a Blast rebound opportunity. But here come the Blast again. Okay, now with Manfoot. Schindler taking it away from Roque.
Pat Healy back on the field.
Blast trail by 1 early on here in the second.
This was the same setup before where William ran right up the middle of the field and delivered a great pass.
Roque tried to smack it off the boards. The defense was there. So was the goalkeeper, O'Quinn. Tries to deliver to Manfoot, but it's headed away by Pereira in the midfield. And Syracuse again wins the ball.
Gibson stepped off the bench, and Blast weren't aware there, and he was able to steal it away.
Looks like a different Syracuse team tonight. Gonzalez with Thomas for the Blast. Nice touch. And Thompson keeps it alive for the Silver Knights. And again, Thompson keeps it alive for the second time. Gibson and Yelovak.
Made a concerted effort not to give possession to the Blast, and they're doing a great job so far.
Forbes kicks it well over the boards. It'll be a goalkeeper distribution. DNN Signs is the official sign provider of the Blast. For all your signs, vehicle wraps, wall graphics, imaging solutions, go to dnnsigns.com to see how we may serve your signage needs. By Chesapeake Employers Insurance, helping to keep your workplace safe, because at the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return. Connect with your local agent or visit us online. Again, possession here for the Cuse. kind of turn the tables on the Blast.
I think that Syracuse has had more possession time in the first, 19 minutes of this game than they did the entire game on Friday night.
Probably pretty close. And frankly, Williams looked the shakier of the two goalkeepers early on. A little uncomfortable when he's making some of these plays. He's had some brilliant saves, but kind of mimicking Brian Quinn's shaky play last night. Early on. We're sure the Blast are wearing purple tonight, right?
I wouldn't go that far, Andrew, but it has been a 180 for the Silver Knights, no doubt.
And Andrew, you're down there. You tell us if they're wearing purple.
Looks like the same guys, I think.
Pittman, that one blocked. Forbes at the yellow line for the counter.
Well, this is exactly what the Silver Knights
Nice ball.
counterattack.
Great save by William on a drive from Ubi. Great pass from Forbes. Oh, he leaves that into space for Elton, but getting there first and cutting him off is Yellowbach.
That's two big men going full speed right there between De Oliveira and Yellowbach. It's two real big guys for this sport.
Remember, Paul, way back in the day, remember that guy Steve Kuntz for St. Louis
Yes.
back in the 90s? He was like 6'7". And who was the guy from Bermuda, actually, that played for the Kicks?
That's going to be a
2
call.
minutes.
The target forward.
Tom Myers played when he wasn't the target
No.
forward.
It was the guy who was like player of the year. God, I forget his name. Played for Philadelphia. Won a championship with him. With Damazi was on that team.
He wasn't
John something?
He wasn't from Bermuda.
He wasn't?
No.
He was from Bahamas or
Talking
something?
about the huge
No, Sean Boney.
Sean Boney.
Sean Boney,
He
that's
wasn't from Bermuda.
Right.
I don't think he was from Bermuda. But Sean Boney was one of the largest human beings I've ever seen play the game of soccer.
Well, of course, we've seen a couple guys get to the end of their careers and kind of get huge in a different way, too.
Wait, what? Forbes. Oh, look at this. Ubi on a quick restart. I think it went off. Did it go off William?
Yeah, William touched it. Got his hand on it.
Ubi again. He's got a goal and an assist, and the Silver Knights own a 4-2 lead.
Okay, was not happy on that penalty going over there. I thought it was earned. Put him into the boards. And unfortunately, the strength in which he went into the boards helps make that a call. And it makes such a loud noise and looks so violent. He's going to get the call most of the time.
So those two, Ubi and Forbes, have combined on 2 goals, 1 each. Ubi now with 16. That is his 7th power play goal, by the way. Time to go 5:21 of the second. Syracuse has opened up a 2-goal lead.
Nice move
That's
from
from
Pereira.
Pereira. That was just wide and almost headed into the back of the net.
Well, the Blast are back to missing empty nets there. Is that one? I don't know how it didn't go in. Unlucky bounce for the Blast and a great individual effort from Juan Pereira.
Now DeSantos at the control. Off the boards for Hoxie. Referee says play on. Need a new phone system for your business? Netacom provides high-quality business phones for free. With every phone line system and high-speed internet plan, call us at Netacom. Check us out, actually, at netacom.com. DeSantos up over the boards.
Good not bad execution from DeSantos.
THB Bagels and Deli, voted Baltimore's best bagels for 6 years in a row. Locations in Towson, Timonium, Canton. Newest location in Charles Village. Online, eatthb.com. Good pressure by the Blast. Mello cuts it off. On goal, O'Quinn. Kind of saw it at the last second there.
The ball just eluded the foot of Hoxie.
He was a step too far in. If he'd been a step further back, would have had a clear empty net.
Not enough pace there for Pittman in the midfield on the rebound. Blast now. Mello coming up on the 8-minute mark here in the second. Blast in the unfamiliar position of trailing by 2 at home.
Wow. Syracuse has done a nice job of finishing their chances here today.
Here's a chance. Dantas in the corner. He's been bottled up tonight.
Can we ask Carl when the last time the Blast trailed at 2? Oh.
Sure. Carl, if you're listening, can you look it up? Last time, Blast trailed by 2 at home.
How about one hell of a guy, league owner and also part-time statistician for the announcing.
Big soccer fan in general. Dantas off the boards for DeSantos. Kept alive by Donatelli. Donatelli and Dantas, the Blast's 2 leading scorers this year, have been held in check this afternoon. Coming up on 7 minutes here in the second. Here's Dantas way out of the yellow line with Yelovak.
Nice sustained possession time for the Blast as they reset William up to half field. He's going to take another shot.
Syracuse will allow it. Dantas trying to slip Yelovak.
That's just one of those things I just can't explain. Why would you just play the ball down the field in that situation?
Just to give your defense a breather, maybe?
I guess, but...
Did a line change?
No, they didn't change. Running onto it. Oh, that's a bullet from Pereira, well high and over. No question. Is that Pereira?
That was Oliviero.
6:24 left in the half. MedStar Sports Medicine is the official medical team of the Baltimore Blast.
Don Burke here at Antwerp & Toyota's all-new pre-owned showroom. Look at the beautiful cars we have for you. Jack, can we take a low price on this Mercedes? Yes. Jack, can we get easy financing on this Range Rover? Yes. Jack, if you've had a recent repossession, can you buy this Mercedes? Yes. Jack, can you buy this Tundra with no money down? Yes. Jack, with deals and financing like this, these cars won't last long. Lucky we have hundreds more just like it. Don, I'll say yes to every deal. Yes.
Though I think it was the game they lost to the Wave 4-3. I think they were down by 2 goals in that game. They were down 4-1, I believe.
Mello, good ball. Okay, denied, though, at the elbow of the box by Thompson.
Incidentally, that's the only game at home they've lost all year.
4-3, that was the final.
Well, we know they lost the game 3 years ago. That's a standby comeback because we know the season opener against the Wave, they lost 8-0. So we know it's at least been not more than 3 years ago.
Hey, here's a couple of notes on the Heat from Carl.
Okay.
More wins this year than the past 3 years combined. Most wins since 2002. In the playoff hunt for the first time since 2000. At this time last year, his team was winless. And the final 2 home games are on 2/24 and 25. Come be a part of history in the making, he says, at harrisburgheat.com. Wow, love it. Carl, you're the best.
And Paul talked about that. Now that long drive up there to see some good soccer for Baltimore fans.
Donatelli couldn't get it down. I remember back in the early days of the NPSL when the Blast joined that league with Harrisburg, or Harrisburg was already in the league. I mean, the fan club would send up 2 and 3 buses to the Farm Show Arena, and vice versa.
Did that trip when I was a kid, absolutely.
Love to see those days come back. That'll be a foul on Syracuse. Schindler Cavernisi got involved.
Dangerous play.
Dangerous play on Syracuse. Number 27, Joey Cavernisi, free kick West.
So, Gary, they talked about first playoff since 2000. Is that right?
Let's see. First playoff hunt since 2000.
In 2000, you were getting ready to retire. You were at retirement age.
Is this
2000?
Is this happening now?
2000, we were getting ready to go to Tampa Bay for Super Bowl 35.
2000, we were celebrating Y2K, not destroying the Earth. Okay, so this is the thing.
It's been a thing for years.
Pittman with a touch for the Blast. 4:45 left to go. Blast trailing by 2, and right now stymied. Blast have had some chances inside the box. Donatelli couldn't get one down. One great save by O'Quinn. Manfoot steps in front of that one, intended for Donatelli. Here's the counter. A couple of defensive breakdowns in front of William have led Syracuse on the comeback trail. They've scored now 3 goals in a row over 2 periods.
Well, the Blast have figured out a way to regain their edge in possession. It's evened out here a little bit as the Blast have gotten away from that time frame where they weren't getting any possession at all. But now the Blast have to figure out how to get scoring opportunities from that possession.
Dantas with Yelovak. Well, that's one change tonight. Yelovak on Dantas. Then he had 2 goals last night. Here's DeSantos. Now Thomas. Leaves it for Adriano. That one just high. The defense may have altered the trajectory of that shot.
J.J. Gibson came sliding in at the last minute.
Nice target. Good feed. Near post, and Mello denied on a good poke. And they'll clear it. Well, 2 good opportunities there.
DeSantos puts that on net. It's a goal. He had O'Quinn beat. He just couldn't keep it in on the target.
Blessed to try again. 3:15. That one blocked by Thompson. Taken by Mello.
Another turnover there where Syracuse looked like they had time to settle and maybe distribute out. Instead, the Blast get the change and possession.
Donatelli will bounce one to Dantas. Less than 3 minutes now.
Dantas and Yelovak, size on size. Talent on talent down low.
Dantas, well meant. Rebound. Knocked away by Gibson. See who it's off of. Should be a corner.
Clearly off of Syracuse there, and the officials missed that call.
Bad break for Baltimore. Arguing over.
That's just.
Everybody in the arena knew that was off of Syracuse except for the officials.
Well, and not only that, but then it wasn't called a goal kick. It was called out of
Right,
corner flag.
right, a kick in.
I'm not sure how that happened either. So nobody happy with that call.
Yelovak with Pereira. Coming up on 2 minutes now left in the half. A win tonight for the Blast gives them the division. But right now, the Silver Knights are in control. Step in by Healy. Nice chest work there.
That's some beautiful soccer there from the Blast. Nice play.
Wow, keeping it alive was Elton along the board. That looked like it had crowd written all over it. Glass very patient here, moving it past midfield.
Just out of sorts right now. They can't get on the same page passing the ball. And they're just not as crisp as they usually are.
See what William can do with a minute left. There's a chance. Mello cuts it to Santos. There's not enough space in there. Mello. Wicked drive. Near post is O'Quinn.
Really nice job by O'Quinn to not only make that save, but to control the rebound as well. Bring it back in. That's an athletic play.
Whips the pass up ahead for Schindler. That found Elton. Glass with another chance. 30 seconds left. Tabernisi up ahead. Elton. Syracuse still has the numbers, and big spill here. That'll be a foul on Schindler.
How's that not 2 minutes?
Well, they called the foul on Pittman first. So I don't know. We'll see where they're going to mark it. If they mark it, yeah, they're going to mark it back here at the spot of the initial foul.
Well, why didn't they blow the whistle?
That's
if they're saying
yeah, that's exactly.
Again, if they're saying play on, then if there's another foul, there should be a restart up where the second foul was.
Well, I guess they didn't. They called the first foul and it was a late whistle.
And just because you called the first foul doesn't mean there can't be a penalty after that.
Oh, and we're going to get a yellow.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, there's Roque going off.
Blast are going to lose a player for 5 minutes of misconduct. Not a power play. Okay, not done yet.
He's getting his money's worth.
Time of the penalty is 14:49 of the second. Again, teams will still be at even strength. Andrew, figure it out down there, will you?
Sorry about that.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Try to turn the mic off.
Yeah, please do. We'll speak to you in the third quarter, Andrew. 10 seconds left.
Unruly Syracuse fan walks by there, clearly.
2 seconds, 1 second. And the Silver Knights weathered the blast storm at the end of the first half and take a 4-2 lead into the break. Blast were held scoreless in that second quarter and, in fact, have not scored in the last 19 minutes of the game. We'll take a timeout, come back with halftime from the arena, highlights and numbers when we return. Shots on goal in tonight's second quarter. Syracuse 2. Halftime total 12. The last 12. Halftime total of 16. Once again, shots on goal tonight's second quarter. Syracuse 2. Halftime total of 12. The last 12. Halftime total of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we direct your attention to last station for the beginning.
What if you were told today that you have cancer?
I was in my mother's living room when the phone call came. I was in a state of shock.
It was just like, wow, this can't be happening. But then I thought, why not? Why can't it happen to you?
More than 14 million people will be diagnosed with cancer this year. What if you were one of them?
When I started chemo treatments, I decided to shave my head. When I came home, my 3-year-old was here, and she was scared. She said, I only love Daddy. I don't love you anymore. And I was devastated. The next day, I called the American Cancer Society. I spoke to some really wonderful woman on the phone, and even though she didn't know me, she made it seem like I'd known her forever. And that made a world of difference to me. It changed her whole outlook. She gave me my family back.
I was diagnosed with stage 4 lymphoma. the bone marrow transplant unit at the hospital recommended the Hope Lodge. And I have to say, the stay at the lodge was a beautiful experience. The support you get from everyone there makes it feel more like a family. I can't imagine having to go through cancer and recover from cancer without the American Cancer Society Hope Lodge. The staff is able to give you support far away from your home at a time when you need it the most.
I was diagnosed in 2001 with chronic myeloid leukemia. I was told it was a deadly blood disease that people died from. If it were not for the research that led to Gleevec, I'm not sure I would be here today. People were taking the drug, they were remitting within 6 weeks, people who were on their deathbeds, and they were walking out of the hospitals, and they're still alive. You don't do things because you think it's going to help you. You do things because you want to see an end to cancer. All the years when I was volunteering, I never thought that I would be the recipient of the research, but research has saved my life.
From community tracks to the halls of Congress, from free lodging and 24/7 assistance to breakthrough research, our community-based movement is saving more than 400 lives a day. Help us make it 1,000. Join us. Get involved today at cancer.org.
Folks, my name is Bruce Elliott from Talk Radio 680 WCBM. We have been talking about this event during the past week or so. As a matter of fact, giving out family 4-packs of tickets for this and inviting all of you to be here with us, in part because my wife is the communications director for the American Cancer Society. So I get to sleep not on the sofa for doing that. More than 30 years ago, a man had a vision. His vision was a world free from the very pain and suffering brought on by cancer. Little did this man know that the track he ran in darkness would soon transform to a field of brilliant luminaria, each one representing a name, a face, a smile, a treasured memory. And as each year passed, more people took to the track. The flickering light beckoned this man and those who joined his journey, and in time, that one man's vision became a reality. His reality is here, today. We're now going to hold our own luminaria ceremony throughout the arena. Instead of lighting a luminaria bag, each of us have a card representing loved ones. This year, nearly 15.5 million cancer survivors in the U.S. are alive today, and you are making that happen. This year, progress was made through research for treatments to find cancer, and you are making that happen. This year, millions of patients and their families received information and support from the American Cancer Society, and you are making this happen. We're starting today's ceremony by honoring our survivors that are here with us today. Let's please give them a round of applause. Been looking forward to this. Survivors, if you're celebrating 5 years of survivorship, please step forward. Survivors, if you are celebrating 10 years of survivorship, please step forward. If you are celebrating 15 years of survivorship, please step forward. Survivors, if you are celebrating 20 years of survivorship, please step forward. And survivors, if you are celebrating 25 years of survivorship or more, please step forward. Let's give another big round of applause, please, for all of our survivors. Our luminaria ceremony is a time for us to grieve for those we've lost, a time for us to reflect on how the disease has touched each of us personally. And it's a time for us to look inside ourselves with quiet reflection and find hope. Because no matter what the experience is for us, no matter what our experience with cancer has been, we all share the hope that we will one day live in a world where our children and their children will not have to know about the pain and suffering caused by cancer. Our luminaria tonight glow in honor or in memory of friends and loved ones. The courage of their fight challenged the darkness and dazzled all of us who watched. Whether they are with us here tonight in body or in spirit, the effect of their glow remains in our hearts. The memory of their light, their strength, their determination, their hope, and their optimism sustain us. At this time, we would like everyone in the arena to participate in our ceremony. Please stand and hold up your sign when you hear your reason to honor or remember those who have fought against this terrible disease. If you're honoring or remembering a spouse, please stand up and hold up your sign. If you're honoring or remembering a parent, please stand up and hold up your sign. For a child, please stand up and hold up your sign. Grandparent, grandchild, and please stand as I call out your relationship. Aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, cousin, relative, friend, colleague, or yourself, please stand. We'll now have a moment of silence to reflect on those who have lost their battle to cancer.
Did you know, in 2016, the U.S. will have an estimated 1,685,210 new cancer cases. There will be 595,690 cancer deaths. The number of new cancer cases will rise to 22 million within the next 2 decades. And currently, around 90% of the people in the U.S. knows or will know someone affiliated with cancer. We may not have the solution or the cure right now, but we can do something greater. We can fight back. With your help in making just one Luminaria bag, you can light the world. Literally. Go crazy. Make it your own. Color it, splash it with paint, do whatever it is you need to do to make that bag shine. Who do you relay for? Do you relay for love? Relay for loss? Join the fight. Relay for life. 'Cause I've still got a lot of fire left in me.
Kicking contest tonight. Please welcome from WBAL Television, Mindy Becerra. And taking on Mindy. You know, Mindy's in the morning, and we got Pete generally in the afternoon and the evenings. So Pete Gilbert's here. All right. We're going to try to raise some tickets for the Cool Kids campaign. Pete's going to take on Mindy. And the winners are actually the Cool Kids campaign. So let's have some fun tonight. All right, Pete, you're up first. 3 shots. Pete Gilbert taking on Mindy Becerra. Wow. That's 1 zip. A wicked shot from Pete Gilbert. Come on, Mindy. Set your sights on that ball and stop it. Gilbert shoots. He's wide left. All right. 1 last shot for Pete Gilbert taking on Mindy Becerra. Then Pete goes in the net. Mindy gets to shoot on him. Pete trying for number 2. Mindy, oh! Almost a kick save. 2 goals for Pete Gilbert. Now let's hear it for Mindy Becerra. All right, Mindy, you got to get all 3 by Pete. Shot number 1. Oh! It did not go in. Good save by Gilbert. All right, Mindy. You're down 2 goals to none. You need this one. Go for the corner. The corner. Oh! Good stuff by Pete Gilbert. All right, Mindy. Shoot for the corner. Now look at Pete showing off. Oh! How about a nice round of applause from WBAL Television, Mindy Becerra and Pete Gilbert. And they raised some tickets for the Cool Kids campaign. And right now we're getting set for our Mr. Tire kicking contest. Jim Higbee is our contestant tonight. Jim's going to get 3 shots at those tires in the goal. Should Jim put the ball through the small tire in the middle, he'll go home tonight with a $100 gift certificate. You put it through that middle tire on the right there, Jim, you'll go home with a $75 gift certificate. And we'll give you a $50 gift certificate if you get it through that tire on the left. Okay, y'all ready, Jim?
I'm ready to go.
Where are you from, Jim?
Towson.
Towson. All right, Towson being represented here tonight. Here comes Jim Higbee trying to go home tonight, a Mr. Tire winner. Ooh. Shot number 1, just a little wide right. He was trying for that middle tire, a $100 gift certificate. All right, Jim, lined it up. Set your sights on that middle tire. Oh, almost through the large one. All right, we're going to hold it up here. We're going to do something a little special. Our good friends at Mr. Tire going to kind of make this easy on you, Jim. We're going to roll you back to the top of the key here. There you go. Great footwork. Now, all you have to do, Jim, this is kind of easy. So set your sights. If you should kick that ball into the net, you're going to go home tonight with a $250 gift certificate, courtesy of our great sponsors from Mr. Tire. Could you use it?
I could absolutely use it.
All right. If you miss this one, you won't be able to go home tonight. Set your sights. Go ahead, Jim. You could be a big winner tonight in our Mr. Tire kicking contest. Shot! He's a winner. Having a nice round of applause for Jim Higbee from Towson. He goes home tonight with a $250 gift certificate, courtesy of our great sponsors from Mr. Tire.
And we're going to donate these to the American Cancer Society.
Isn't that something? Jim is donating these to the American Cancer Society. How about a nice round of applause from Jim Higbee from Towson. Thank you, Jim.
7 of the first quarter, but they wouldn't score after that. And Syracuse scored the last 3 goals, 2 in the first quarter and 1 in the second.
But the Blast did have a lot of chances.
Well, they outshot.
Oh, 12-2, right?
12-2. They outshot Syracuse 12-2 in the second quarter.
Here's the highlights. Yeah, Mello with that first goal of the game, but shot just wide on Syracuse's first opportunity. Then Gibson, nice chip as he beats Van Zella to make it 1-1. Blast would answer. Nice touch by Hoxie to make it 2-1, but then it was all Syracuse. Big save by Van Zella, but on the subsequent restart, a great feed by Parapovic here. Across the box for Forbes, and he blisters it into the back of the net. And the 4th goal for Syracuse, make it 4-2. Big save by William, it could have been worse. And there's the power play goal. 4-2 Syracuse lead as we get ready to play here in the second half.
The other thing to remember is Lucas Roque back here in the box with me as well, serving the rest of his dissent penalty. So the Blast...
you can talk. He's calmed down now. You can leave the microphone open.
Yeah, we didn't want to include you until we were certain, Andrew.
Like I said, just an unruly fan, probably from Syracuse. Clearly the one that said those horrible words.
Ubi Parapovic and Forbes led the way for Syracuse with a goal and an assist apiece. Chance for the Blast right away from Dantas. No call there. And here's the counter, and this is what they've done all game long. Forbes. Oh, bicycle kick and a goal, and that is a highlight reel goal. 5-2 Syracuse.
Wow. And Vinny Dantas still absolutely livid about the officiating.
Well, how's that not a penalty on O'Quinn? I don't know if we can see. There's the goal. But, this is the second time in the game where the Blast have had an opportunity on one end and Syracuse has scored on the other.
Well, and Paul said this, the Blast are down three goals. And you can complain about the officiating, and I think you're absolutely right. How can you not call it? But it wasn't called, so you have to deal with that and move on. And the Blast have dealt with that, frankly, quite a bit this year. They have to do a better job now, down 3. They got to put this out of their mind. They need to get Lucas out of the box. That is a nice thing, is they do have the ability. They can win out to.
Well, a long way to go in this one.
Winning,
Syracuse.
Winning with a 3-goal lead here.
12:30 left to go in the third quarter.
Oh, good ball here.
Blast now with a touch the other way.
There again, just a step off. Because Hoxie made a nice run, but couldn't complete the play at the end.
2 minutes left for Roque on the 5-minute misconduct or dissent penalty. So of course, a man down penalty where he's released immediately. He has to wait for a stoppage of play. So 10-minute and 15-second mark, he'll be released.
Yeah, it could be longer. It depends on how long it takes for them to get a stoppage.
Now a timeout does accomplish that same.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Absolutely. It would be a timeout, I believe, or a ball out of play.
Right. Any kind of official stoppage or a timeout taken by the team.
Any situation where you could be able to change players.
Mr. Tire is your neighborhood store with great tires at a great price. See their oil change coupon. This afternoon's program, Mr. Tire.
Here come the Blast now.
Baltimore Blast. And the Royal Farms Arena invites you to attend the Torrey Smith Family Fund charity basketball.
Here's Vanzella to the yellow line. Now Elton will take over. Elton with the big night on Friday night. Again, the combination of Dantas and Donatelli have been held in check tonight for the Blast. Forbes with boards makes.
Blast still maintain possession somehow, though.
O'Quinn goes up high over Dantas. Eat wings and raise funds. Stop by your local Buffalo Wild Wings to schedule your fundraiser today. Wings, beer, and sports, you have to be here. For much of this game. Good settle in the corner there. Now Thompson for Syracuse, and they'll run some time.
Nice play by O'Quinn there to make Dantas overrun, and now he's got a chase.
Captain! I can't hear you!
Pittman gets a foot on it. Blaster 6-1 on the year at home. Foul called on Syracuse.
7-1, right?
7-1.
This one, and
Harrisburg
left.
They're on a 7-game winning streak at home. Blast lost in the opener to Milwaukee at home, 4-3. And we have documented the home record for the Blast over time since the beginning of the 11-12 season. Well, they started the 11-12 season with a 3-game home losing streak, if you can believe that. And then after that, since then, 56-4. So out of 60 games, they've won 56. That's a 93%. Here's a drive by Mello. Good block, well positioned by Vitale.
2-on-1, and Mello tried to get across the box, and that was a nice block. Great defensive play on the 2-on-1.
Donatelli unmarked.
Couldn't find Hoxie at the back post.
Roque now waiting his chance to get out of the box, waiting for that stoppage.
I mean, the Blast are going to get chances. I mean, Syracuse has struggled with trying to understand what their defensive responsibilities are, but you got to be able to finish.
Hoxie keeping that alive, intended for Healy. 8:33.
Let's see. But that's another one of those. We saw that get called 2 minutes on Friday night, and it's just a foul here. As Hoxie had beaten his defender, was headed towards goal.
Well,
O'Quinn right there.
Of course, Ubi Peripovich took about 5 steps after being in the wall.
Of course, that's a foul on Syracuse, but it took them a while to call it on Bordeaux.
But Syracuse wall, Ubi Peripovich started walking forward and got about 5 steps forward in the wall as the Blast went forward. So just a bad break from the Blast. The officials should have stopped there. Ubi Peripovich was a good 5 steps closer to the ball than he should have been.
Nelson Santana leaving for DeSantos. I think this is Santana's first shift today. And a yellow card now. Looks like it'll be on Syracuse.
And so that's a great break for the Blast, too, as Roquet gets the release as well. Just like on Dominic Vitale.
Yep, Vitale looks like he'll go off at the 8-minute mark, so time of the penalty is the 7-minute mark.
Misconduct, and he's still going at the official. See if he gets another one.
So wait, so Roquet is officially out then?
Roquet is released.
Okay.
Not sure why the official's having a dialogue over here with Vitale.
Well, not only that, but Syracuse had the possession. And now it goes back to the Blast.
See if the Blast can capitalize here.
Again, UB Parapo, it's just
Right out in front. Great play by O'Quinn, stoning Santana. That's a huge play. Mark that one down. Here's a chip from William. Went right through the legs of DeSantos and weakly over to O'Quinn in the corner.
well-timed shove there by Yelovak to move Dos Santos off the point and not enable him to play the ball.
Henderson Webb is the official apartment provider of the Blast. If you need an apartment, Henderson Webb offers studios, 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms in and around Baltimore. Take a tour of our brand new floor plans. Call them at 410-628-1002. There's a chance for Manfoot, denied by the Blast. Or check them out online at aptrent.com.
Oh, you're such a pro.
I try. I'm old enough, right, Andrew?
Incredible. I mean, you have been doing this for 50 years, so.
There we go.
Almost seems like 50, doesn't it, Gary?
It really did. You know what? This weekend seems like 50. There's Manfoot in the corner. DeSantos with him. Manfoot somehow got out of that.
There's,
foul called on the Cuse.
I thought the referee initially started to reach for his pocket, as that was a particularly rough foul.
Blast reverse field quickly here is William. In the corner towards Dantas. Haven't seen a lot of Donatelli in this game. Pittman almost into the back of the net off the defense. It was Thompson on the foot. Trying to fight through is Thomas, or correction, Dantas. Blast will control. Here's Pittman now stepping inside. Good ball up ahead. One-on-one, O'Quinn. 2 huge saves in the third quarter.
Quinn coming up big.
Who is this guy? And where was the guy that was playing goal on Friday night? Because O'Quinn is playing a masterpiece today.
Bats that one away, but the Blast keep it alive. Oh, nice work by Pittman. Mishit there for Rayleigh.
You know, the other end of that, too, Paul, is how about the Syracuse team defense? How many blocks have they had on shots outside the old three-point line? Syracuse team is playing much, much better than it did on Friday.
Blast have had a lot of possession time here and 2 great chances inside the box, but the difference has been Brian O'Quinn. Healy now in control. Coming up on 5 minutes left in the third. Blast have not scored in about 28 game minutes now. Dan Peruzzi working hard in the corner, but the ball gets played back out to Vanzella.
Donatelli on the ball.
Haven't seen him a lot here in the third quarter. Peruzzi got a man open. This is Thomas.
I know you both call lacrosse for a living. Right now, it looks like Syracuse is running that box-and-one defense. What you see in lacrosse teams is one guy going out on the point, and they're doing a good job of illegal restart here.
There's a
say they
mistake.
do a good job.
Mistake, restart, top of the box. Chance for the Blast when we come back from the break.
We'll actually tell you about Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. Blasts just aren't crisp. You had said it earlier, Paul. Benzella now, good ball. Roque got a man beat. Double down quick. Yellowvock over there. That's usually not good news.
That's just good hustle by the Silver Knights getting back. Not just one guy getting back, but be able to double team off the distribution.
Nice ball for Gonzalez. Tries to cut it in towards the keeper. DeSantos wants a foul. Not going to get it.
Absolutely should. He swiped the ball. He swiped at the ball in Williams' hands. He had the ball in his hands, and he swiped at it. He knocked it with his hand.
For Hoxie now in the corner, picked up by Yellowvock.
Okay, so he's saying he called advantage. That's interesting. So the foul was called, but it was called advantage. Not sure why that wouldn't be a card if he did that. At least a yellow.
Yellowvock clears. Boy, every possession for the Blast now looks like Syracuse has 3 defenders inside the box. Just packing it in with a 3-goal lead. 2:30 left in the third. Here's Pittman. Pittman, good move to the left in the box. Too strong. Rayleigh will keep it alive. Yellowvock right with Hoxie. Yellowvock was on Dantas in the first half. Less than 2 minutes now left in the third. It's not like Syracuse hasn't beaten the Blast at home. They have. They beat them in the playoffs, in fact, a couple of years ago. To force a game 3 right here at the arena in the opening round of the playoffs. Blast won that.
Great play by Donatelli to force it. The Blast have numbers if they hurry. Great job by Syracuse to get back.
That's what they've done. Vitale kicks it away. Here's the counter. Forbes. Numbers are even. Nice find. DeSantos will send it back towards the keeper, coming up on 1 minute left in the third.
Kennard Forbes unhappy with his teammate there. Is good possession and good opportunity for Syracuse, and they just give it away with a deep shot in the corner.
Pereira on a run with 40 seconds left in the third.
That's a good speed mismatch for the Blast if they can get Pereira in space there.
Pereira trying again. O'Quinn, and it's into the net. It may have been off of Syracuse. The goal will probably go to Mello.
They wave it off.
Oh, that's...
I don't think it hits. I don't think it hit anybody in the hand, to tell you the truth.
He called it arm.
I think it hit Mello in the head.
We're going to see this on the replay. The official turned around and looked to the third official.
The official that was standing right there. It hit off his head.
Never hit his arm.
Standing right there. The official that was standing 5 feet away called it a goal, and the official that's standing on the other side of the field waves it off. This is kind of ridiculous. Here's the play again. Nah, maybe that time it looked like it may hit his hand that time, but again, regardless of how it went in, the official that's standing 5 feet away called it a goal.
Let's try take a look one more time. We can slow it down here. There's off the hand of the keeper.
Oh, it hits him in the hand. That's no goal.
Yeah. Hits him in the hand is right. What's right is right.
Again, the amazing part is the official that was standing 5 feet away ruled goal.
Well, and the Blast are absolutely right in saying, why was that not a high kick then? If they're going to say it's a handball, how is that not a high kick?
No Blast goal is the call, and that is the right call, despite the controversy.
So now Vital tried to release there, and a good job by the third official to stop it. And Dos Santos needs to be careful as he's going to pick up a yellow here. the third official, Vital, released, and now he's going to release here.
Yeah, ball went out of play.
Right, but before that, he released on the goal, and then a good job by the third official. He was already in the Syracuse box, and the third official called him back out because that wasn't a stoppage.
Kick in Syracuse with 24.9 left in the third. And William has to make that save. Here's Vinny. They get back again. Forbes, good D. Thomas dumps in the corner. Good, nice recognition. Pereira caught inside the box on feed from Donatelli. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that'll be the end of the third quarter with Syracuse outscoring the Blast 1-0. But really the story of the third quarter was Brian O'Quinn, Paul.
Yeah, a lot of chances for the Blast.
Baseball and my family seem to go hand in hand, seem natural. It seems to be built into everything I do. I'm hardwired into MedStar Sports Medicine the same way. I pick up the phone, I call them, I go. They're the sports medicine experts. I trust them.
Direct your attention to the midfield area. They're the most beautiful and the most talented girls in the MASL. Please give it up for your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders.
Now look at you walking in here looking all pretty and angry and mean and good.
Nice round of applause for your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders. Kansas United those jerseys tonight.
Fourth quarter coming your way here at the Royal Farms Arena. Blast and the Syracuse Silver Knights, and Syracuse right now in control. They've scored the last 4 goals of the game, got 2 huge saves from Brian O'Quinn in the third, had a goal of their own overturned in the third on a handball inside the goal mouth on Travis Pittman, and you add it all up, Paul and Andrew, and Syracuse leads at 5-2 after 45 minutes.
Well, the story of this game is the Blast have been scoreless for 33 minutes now.
And that is it in a nutshell.
The offense has vanished.
I think the one advantage of that call with the Blast disputing whether it was a high kick, the handball, all that went there is you can't have a more motivated Blast team right now. As they are fired up right now, running, flying around the field, definitely focused on the bench.
O'Quinn had to be alert on the dribbler by Pittman. It was Healy that was denied a moment ago by Thompson.
Good step through by
Elton.
But
Bad luck.
Off his foot over the glass. Well, he's 34 minutes now for the Blast. Have been a little bit of bad luck, a little bit of disorganization, and Brian O'Quinn.
Yeah, a little bit of Syracuse playing real well.
Yikes. That was
wow. Now, last night that would have gone in.
Yeah, well, Friday night, yeah.
Well, right.
Well, Tuesday night probably would have gone in because nobody would be here.
And this is the story, too, is every time the Blast have had a chance, to Syracuse's credit, they've, when the Blast hasn't cashed in, they have.
Which is funny because it started out, the Blast were finishing, and Syracuse wasn't capitalizing the opportunities.
And it all reversed itself with the Forbes restart goal. That changed everything.
That tied it late in the first, and that was the first of 2 goals 23 seconds apart for Syracuse. Tavernisi on a counter just seconds later literally gave them the lead, and they haven't relinquished it since.
Again, a long ball up ahead for Hoxie, and there's 2 Silver Knights right there. They have really stepped up defensively today and really hustled. And, part of watching Friday night's game was, Syracuse would get an effort maybe for the first 15, 20 seconds, make a run, and then they just stop. And the Blast would finish things off, where tonight, this afternoon, a whole different story.
Foul off the ball. As Vitale continued through, took Pat Healy to the ground.
Free kick Blast now with just over 13 minutes left in the game.
Man, Pat Healy's running around, flying around the offensive zone.
Yeah, he's taken the ball, or I should say Yellowbach took the ball away from him. Got a man open here. It's Thompson. Manfoot, that wide. Tavernisi, it's kicked over by Hoxie. Kick in Syracuse. Advanced Radiology is proud to be the official medical imaging provider of the Blast. When you need fast, accurate results, trust the team of experts at Advanced Radiology. Visit them online at advancedradiology.com. .12:30 now left. Syracuse by 3. Good work by Tavernisi to control with Rayleigh. They'll maintain possession.
For Aaron Hoxie now. Had some success this year, forcing turnovers.
Nifty play by
DeSantos, yeah,
DeSantos.
very nice. Foul called on McNabb for Syracuse. Lido Pizza square because Lido Pizza never cuts corners. When the Blast win tonight, Lido Pizza will give you a free topping tomorrow. Just bring in your game ticket to any Lido Pizza in the Baltimore area.
Well, they restarted, and then
McNabb and Dos Santos.
Dos Santos and McNabb were going at it as play was going on.
Good job by the official on the back end to step in front and between them, because that was coming to shoves.
Here's Pittman now stepping in.
Oh, nifty move by Pat. Overran Forbes.
Gibson now bumped off by Thomas.
Well,
Blast have some room here.
Gibson tried to push him off the ball, and Jamie just
handball
came forward, and the foul here outside the box is going to be a handball, and this will be a free kick from just outside the box.
Call will be on Vitale.
Why is that not? Because it's a shot on goal and it's a handball. Isn't that, didn't we determine yesterday that that's a shootout?
I don't think if it happens outside the box.
So it's only if it happens inside the box.
Or if it's the keeper outside the box.
Right, but we saw the Blast kid, the one, Dos Santos made the save.
Inside
the box, yeah.
Got a little lane here on the left side of the goal. They may want to push it over to Healy. No, went right at the goal.
Quinn made that save, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and it was right in the center of the goal somehow. I'm not even sure how Vinny got the ball there.
Does O'Quinn still have all body parts?
He made that save with his hands.
Yeah, no, it was straight with his hands.
Less than 11 minutes now to go. Blast have possession. And again, Syracuse stepping in and forcing that ball to the side of the boards.
Blast playing a man short on the switch right now. Here comes Oliviero.
Elton quickly
Syracuse
past
caught in the
midfield.
zone.
One touch for Donatelli, but stepping in front was the defense. That one just wide of the corner. Good work by Thompson to keep Donatelli off the ball. Elton comes around for some help.
Thompson beat two Blast players that time along the boards.
Great individual effort by him, and this game's getting pretty physical, guys. There's a lot of bodies flying around right now.
Blast gets some fresh legs off the bench in the person of Mello and Roque. Wow, look at William to the yellow line.
Ah, turf monster got Roque there as he would have.
Blast basically playing 6v5 here now with William outside the box at certain times.
Good job by Mello to settle.
Roque bottled up by Yelovak and Schindler. O'Quinn now.
Well, it's all hands on deck for Syracuse in their own end.
Timeout.
Timeout, we'll take it. But we will tell you about Fremont Mortgage. If you're looking to refinance or buy a home, call Fremont Mortgage Funding. Your loan is handled here in Baltimore, not out of state. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Fremont Mortgage Funding is proud to back the Blast.
As dawn breaks across this majestic land, Subway is preparing to embark on the Footlong Fest, a foot-long promotion of mammoth-sized proportions, where a mere $6 gets you any footlong crafted by these captains of culinary delights. An endless cavalcade of premium subs, any footlong on the menu for just $6. So keep chopping, Linda.
Okay.
Because the $6 Subway Footlong Fest is upon us, and we're ready for you, America.
All right, Blast fans, it's time to get on your feet. Show your Baltimore Blast pride. You can go home tonight. The Buffalo Wild Wings fan of the game. Syracuse penalty to number 10, Moises Gonzalez. A 5-minute penalty for delay of the game. Time of the penalty, 6:02. Syracuse penalty to number 10, Moises Gonzalez. A 5-minute penalty for delay of the game. Time of that penalty, 6:02.
Healy couldn't really get a good handle on that back heel. O'Quinn delivers on the near side for Ubi Parapovic. Wins it from Healy.
Well, you're Danny Kelly now. Blast running out of time. 3-goal deficit. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe another 2 or 2.5 minutes before you go to 6th attacker?
I'd say maybe 1.5
minutes, yeah.
6 minutes, yeah. You know what I'd like to see, and I don't even know if they practice it? How about William as the sixth attacker?
Well, we've seen it for about the last 4 minutes. Virtually.
Syracuse doing a nice job of playing keep away.
Now William is heading to the bench. Or no, he's heading to the field.
Just made a run.
Yeah.
Nobody in the sixth attacker jersey. Ordinarily, you'd see Pat Healy putting it on. He is on the bench, but not throwing it on yet.
William basically patrolling the midfield stripe.
I still say there's about a solid 2 minutes here before you think about that. And that extends if you can score a goal.
Really need to score on this possession for the Blast to have good chance to even it up.
Thomas looking towards the corner. Can he get the step over? Didn't hit it right on the boards, and it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for O'Quinn. 6:33 left to play.
Bad break for the Blast there.
Healy back out on the floor, but in his regular jersey. Williams still out there. Blast go with Healy, Donatelli, Thomas, Pittman, and Roque. Gibson, Manfoot, Forbes, Yelovak, and Schindler for Syracuse.
O'Quinn done in by the glassless boards.
Those glassless boards.
Where great distribution passes go to die.
Showing very little glass.
Oh, yeah.
That was probably a handball, right?
Yep, clearly handball.
Probably an elbow to the nose. I don't think Yelovak liked that very much.
No, I don't think he did either.
I think Rich Grady knows it, too.
I don't think any of us would have liked that pretty much.
6:09 left to go in a 5-2 game. Syracuse with the lead. The plot thickens here at the arena. Gibson pushed off by Healy. Roque now patrolling. They get a good bounce. And Yelovak will send it back to the keeper and try to maintain possession. Thomas will chase. Oh, good decision here by Schindler to let that one play through. William a big save. Rebound, Manfoot, shot score. Gibson, William could not corral the rebound. And Gibson makes him pay.
Well, Williams kind of been in forward motion most of this fourth quarter, and he just got caught there unsettled, and he wasn't really set. And Syracuse makes the Blast pay for that, and this one is almost over.
It's a 4-goal lead with 5:38 left for Gibson. That's goal number 2 today.
Timeout Blast on the field.
Antonio Manfoot gets the assist. Sorry, Andrew.
No, I was going to say, still haven't seen a sixth attacker jersey, but William, nope, there it is. Pat Healy putting it on now.
Yes, William was set, kind of on his back, and then nice job. That's all Manfoot there to keep the ball alive after the first shot. And Syracuse has just been a little quicker to the ball all day long than the Blast have here this afternoon, and they've earned the 6-2 lead.
They certainly have. And the Blast scoreless drought is now reaching epic proportions. 33 minutes at the start of the fourth quarter. And now it's almost up to 40 minutes. And that's really the story of the game in a nutshell. The Forbes restart goal, you're so right, at the 13:21 mark was really the turning point in the game. I'm talking about in the first quarter. It erased the 2-1 lead for the Blast and tied it at 2. 23 seconds later, Tavernisi on a counter from Yelovak after the Blast had a good chance inside the box gave Syracuse a 3-2 lead. They extended it to 4-2 at the half on a restart power play goal from Ubi on the left foot. 5-2 in the third on a Gonzalez bicycle kick. And now 6-2 in the fourth on a Gibson poke off a rebound that William could not corral inside the box. Healy now with the sixth attacker jersey, and the Blast trail by 4 with 5.5 left to play.
head start for the Blast with the 6 attackers. They didn't even get the ball inside, or barely got the ball inside midfield.
Vinny Dantas, who leads the team with 18 goals, has been held scoreless today. Tony Donatelli, who's tied with Vinny for the lead with 18 and leads the team in assists with 19, is also scoreless today. In fact, the 2 goals that the Blast have scored is a season low at home. Mello with drive, O'Quinn with less than 5 minutes to go.
Nice job by Healy there.
Not only just to win that ball, but also keep it in play right away with a nice feed.
7-2. Nope, just wide.
Wait a sec.
This could be 7-2. No, just wide.
Mark that down because there's still a lot of time left in this game.
But now the Blast have to, after sprinting back, to come back. You can see a little jog from Pat Healy and Lucas Roque.
Donatelli going to be denied by Schindler at the turn. Forbes with Mello. 4 minutes left to go in the game. Blast trail by 4. Reverse field. Here's Roque. That one just wide. Looked like it got past the keeper.
Oh, he was beat. O'Quinn was beat. Roque just didn't put on target. It was close, but as close as you can get.
Near post, saved by O'Quinn. Donatelli trying to prevent a shot there. Less than 3:30 now left, and again, like Sisyphus, the Blast will trudge that ball up the hill.
Paul, you want this one? Or?
No, I'm not touching that.
All right.
Oh!
Guy, seriously?
Sure, why not?
Like Ophelia, the ball just to the outside.
Seriously? You guys don't read or what?
Syracuse, second time out here.
3:05 left to play. Andrew, do you know the myth of Sisyphus, or are you clueless here?
When I went to school, our primary language is English, not Greek.
Really? Now?
We didn't have to learn in Latin.
Hey, I got news for you. Greek and Latin are not the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. I changed it.
Gotcha. Oh, man, let's look ahead.
Wait, didn't Sisyphus have to push the rock up the hill?
Yeah, exactly.
Gary,
I'm saying.
Healy was Sisyphus. Uphill both ways.
He was pushing the ball up the hill.
It certainly has felt like it today, hasn't it, for the Blast?
It certainly has. And that's kind of what I was getting at.
A Sisyphean task?
Okay, now you're starting to get out of control. Well, give Syracuse credit. I mean, certainly it's not over. Stranger things have happened, although I'm not sure what. But regardless, this one has been controlled by Syracuse, except for the outset.
Didn't the Blast, oh my gosh, let's go back in history. Didn't the Blast score like 3 6th attacker goals against Tampa Bay in like the last 43 seconds of a game like 15 years ago?
Kansas City did 3 goals in under a minute not that long ago, either last year or the year before that.
Yeah, no, I know.
The 6th attacker.
Yeah, and you're right, Paul. I think it was Tampa Bay.
How do I remember that kind of stuff?
Well, according to Andrew, because you're 180 years old. 3 minutes left in this one.
I'll tell you what, you get 1 or 2, you can definitely make Syracuse sweat a little bit.
Forbes, Yelovak.
First of all, you have to actually
possess the ball
and actually put it on goal. That's a nice play by the referee over there. Wow, who's got 6 guys on the field here? Oh, good save.
Nice save.
That may be the save of the game for us.
Yeah, Quinn definitely had his share of them.
Look at this. Look at Pat Healy with the left foot.
Does he remember he can use his hands there?
He's just trying to get back in goal, get anything on it.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
See, not enough guys use that philosophy.
That'll leave a mark.
And, they try to make a couple passes over the restart. It's the sixth attacker. Just shoot the ball really hard at him, and a lot of times good things happen. And there you go. As, come on. He's not wearing gloves. He's just trying to be out there as a sixth attacker. Take a shot.
Here it is. I think Forbes just took out a career's worth of frustration on that shot against the Blast. For Forbes, that goal unassisted, he's got 2 tonight, and he's got 3 points. So Forbes for the year, 16 and 17 for 33. And this one is all but officially over.
Yeah, Vanzello back in goal for the Blast.
We inadvertently and incorrectly buried Syracuse after Friday's loss, and here they are.
That's all your fault, Andrew. See?
Yep, exactly.
That's exactly why Syracuse
Andrew,
came out here and did this today.
Andrew,
it's all your fault.
Andrew, we doesn't belong in that sentence. Let's use the correct pronoun there.
Understood.
There's no we in you.
There's no we in you.
Yeah, got that?
Yeah, okay.
132 left. So the Blast will fall to 11 and 6. The division is not yet theirs. Syracuse is still alive. And how much confidence do they take out of this one? And really, their destiny is really not in their control. However, they still have some destiny.
Sure it is. Well, no, it's not really,
not
but
at all.
But well, they can only control what they do the next.
Right. They can only.
It's in their control as far as it's in their control, and then it's not.
All right, here we go.
Philosophy from Paul Mittermeier.
I was just trying to push the rock up the hill. What do you want me to tell you?
Start doing math again, Paul.
See if it gets any easier for the Blast next week. They're at St. Louis and then at Syracuse. If Syracuse is still alive by that game, here's William.
Oh,
good block.
Schindler knocked that ball down. Otherwise, that was probably going to beat the goaltender, and William was going to pick up the goal he's been looking for all year.
I'm sure you'd rather have like 3 against than that 1 goal, but yeah, that would have been interesting.
Drop ball.
Here comes William again.
A 7-2 loss at home.
Syracuse.
I got to go back and see when the last time the Blast lost by 5.
Well, they lost 8-0 to Milwaukee.
That was
multi-point.
Multi-point, so that was only 4 goals.
Right, because Lucio actually headed in the 3-pointer in his own net.
And that was, so that was only what? Was that 3 goals?
Let's see, 8. Yeah, I think it was 3 goals. It was 2 threes and a 2.
2 threes and a 2, so that was only 3 goals.
Great point. How quickly we forget multi-point scoring.
Again, we.
Yeah, this is one of the worst.
Hats off to Syracuse. Great job.
Well, we talked about it. They came out, Blast dominated on Friday night and dominated in every aspect of the game. And Syracuse came back today with a much better effort, and it shows on the scoreboard with a 7-2 victory.
Blast held scoreless for the final 48 minutes and 33 seconds of this game. And really, when you look at it, I mean, a lot of reasons. Great goalkeeping. I mean, we can talk about it. But they controlled the box. They fed the box. They dumped players in the box. They controlled the middle of the field. They had the answers.
They took advantage of their chances when they had them after that restart goal.
Syracuse 7, Blast 2. The only Blast goals in the first quarter from Mello and Hoxie. Assists go to DeSantos and Thomas. And then after that, it was Ubi Parapovic with 2 goals for Syracuse. Canardo Forbes with 2 goals. They outscored them 3-0 in the second half and extended a 4-2 lead to 7-2, and that's where the final occurs. So the champagne, as it were, it continues to be on ice for the Blast, and Syracuse is still alive.
No doubt. You got, like I said, take your hats off to the Silver Knights. They did a nice job here getting a victory. and they had all the answers this afternoon. Hey, you know, they were here for the weekend. They didn't play well Friday night, but they played well definitely here today and earned the victory. You know, you talk about Canardo Forbes. We talked about what the Blast were able to do against him in previous games, but today he was the man, and he was able to finish in a whole bunch of different fashions, and he was great today.
And really, I'm going to pull in William Vanzella here. William, nice enough. We're not going to do obviously the player of the game tonight, but William going to come down and ask a couple questions. So I'll translate your questions, but I'll start out. William, what changed between Friday and tonight? You guys looked great on the Friday game, and then tonight coming out here 7-2. What changed for you?
I think, be honest, I think we underestimate this game. We got to give credit to Syracuse. They're a great team. They came to fight. They need a win to try to keep it on playoff running. But our game, we weren't there. And we take the blame. We apologize to you guys for a poor game tonight.
Wow. I mean, that's pretty well said, William. But let's talk a little bit about the third quarter. It was still a 4-2 game at the half. Game was still well in hand. Their goalkeeper, Brian O'Quinn, made a couple of huge saves inside the box. And that bicycle kick from Gonzalez, did that catch you by surprise?
Brian's a great goalie. He was in a great performance tonight, so it made our game very difficult. So I think if we could score some goals when the 4-2 game, we could come back in the game. But the reality, we never even close. They deserved the win, and he had a great performance, by far play of the game. And about the bicycle kick, I couldn't see the ball, be honest with you. The ball bounced in the wall, and he made a great play. There's nothing that me or Pat could do by that time.
You know, William, usually you guys are really good on restart goals. You guys have a great power play, but today they did a nice job. They got 2 restart goals, 1 power play goal. And we sometimes forget that's such a big part of this game. The ability to kind of take advantage of those situations can win or lose you games.
Not only tonight, but last game as well. They only scored one goal on a play last game. Last game they scored 1 on 6th attack, 1 on PK, and 1 on power play. So special teams being huge for them, and we're struggling. Maybe because we're not used to. Maybe because we need to get better performance. That's the reality. But you're right. We got to do a better job and top the boxes in free kicks and power plays in 6th attacker for sure.
William, thank you for taking the time. We really appreciate it. William Vanzella, goalkeeper for the Blast.
You know, Gary, you have to just regroup after this if you're the Blast. You know, take a look at some of the highlights. It was great early on for the Blast. Dos Santos with the nice cross for Mello and the goal to make it 1-0 Blast. You know, great play. You know, a couple bounces for the Blast as they were unable to score for Syracuse, and then Hughes gets back on the scoring there. They tie the game at 1 with Gibson, and then the Blast will come right back. We talked about this before. That was a big play Friday night, too. Blast scoring right after Syracuse. You see Hoxie's goal to make it 2-1, and then everything changed a little bit. You saw the play here. We talked about the little things, Gary. You let Ubi Parapovic use the left foot. You saw William parry the ball over the glass, but this is the ensuing corner here in a 2-1 game, and that little mistake there cost you because now great feed across the box by Parapovic and off the volley. That one to tie the game at 2, and then we know, hey, opportunity on one end comes up empty, the other end transition. We talked about transition for Syracuse. They love transition, and they did that all day today. Good save by William there, but William can't get enough of the Parapovic left foot there on the power play that makes it 4-2, and then there's the bicycle kick. You should say William was screened there, I believe. If that might have been Healy there that screened William on that one to make it 5-2. Blast still trying to fight, and O'Quinn was big today. As shaky as O'Quinn was on Friday, he was that great today. Mello off his hand, they waved that goal off, and then here's the backbreaker as, again, Manfoot keeps that alive for Gibson. And Gibson able to finish there from the assist by Manfoot. And then with the 6th attacker, Pat Healy makes a great save with the left foot to kind of keep things going. But the restart, and we talked about it, and Canardo Forbes takes advantage. Kicked the ball hard at the 6th attacker, and good things might happen, and they did there for Syracuse.
Yeah, that's not brain surgery. You're absolutely right, and you're right. Most teams don't do that.
Too many guys will just kick the ball somewhere else or kick it on goal and see what happens.
So here's what's left for the Blast. They're back in action next weekend. It's a Friday-Sunday road trip, similar to this was a Friday-Sunday homestand. Friday night in St. Louis.
Well, Friday night in Syracuse.
Oh, I'm sorry, Friday night in Syracuse, Sunday night in St. Louis.
Bizarre scenario where you play 3 games against the same team in a, 7-day span.
Correct, 3 in a row, actually. And then the home finale, and the finale in general, against the Harrisburg Heat on a Sunday afternoon the following week, 2 weeks from tonight. And again, that game could have meaning for Harrisburg. Who knows? It could have meaning for Baltimore at that point.
Well, it could. And I believe I have this scenario right. If Florida beats Harrisburg in that first game, the Blast would clinch the division because they own the tiebreaker over Florida. But if Harrisburg were to win both those games, regardless of what the Blast do, no, I shouldn't say that. The Blast can clinch the division with a win against Syracuse on Friday.
But if Harrisburg wins the next 2 against Florida and the
Blast
lose the next 2,
that game for on March 5th. March 5th will be for the division.
That would be interesting. All right, well, that'll wrap it up here. Again, just a quick recap. The Blast losing to Syracuse 7-2, not scoring for the last 48 minutes and 33 seconds of the game. Up next for the Blast on the road at Syracuse at St. Louis, the 24th and the 26th. Our next broadcast, as Paul just mentioned, Sunday afternoon, March 5th, when the Blast return home to close the regular season against the Harrisburg Heat. Game time is 4 o'clock right here on the arena, at the arena, and of course on MASL TV. For my broadcast partners, Paul Mittermeier, Andrew Primrose, and the rest of the Invicta production crew, I'm Gary Stein. Thanking you so much for joining us. Saying so long from Baltimore. Our final score, Syracuse 7 and the Blast 2. Have a great night.